Hi everybody, today we're doing our next tutorial for Microsoft Access. We're going to be covering tutorial 5. It's quite a concise, short tutorial. We're going to be looking at creating reports. So that's essentially taking the information that is existing in our database and presenting the information in a table in a report format that you can then save as a PDF and then email it across to people that are deemed suitable for the report. So we're going to cover two quick examples. One is an overall report of the entire database detail, and the second report will be a more concise report on the specific information that we request from the database. So reporting is always quite an important functionality within our programs, because the reason why information is being stored is to be retrieved and be used. And a lot of the times when we're looking at analysing information, we're not necessarily wanting to look at everything there. We're wanting to only look at specific information and be able to compare that, or we're using specific information to analyse a certain topic. So whenever we're dealing with software packages, the reporting side is critical. First, you know how to generate the required reports. Number two, how to customize the reports based on the criteria that you're seeking. And thirdly, understanding what the report tells us as well. Now that's irrespective of whether you're using Access or spreadsheets, or you're using Word to generate graphs and tables. The same principles apply. So first things first, we'll go into our database that we've been using. And it's asking us to go to the Navigation Panel, which is this part of our database. And it's asking us to go to select a table or query on which you want to base your report on. So we want to base our report on the student table. So we'll go here first, and then we'll go to select table or query. So we'll go to create over here first. Sorry, I'm up to step number 3. After I've selected student table, I go to create over here, and then I go to create table. So we've got table over here. Sorry, create tab, and then I click on reports. So over here. Okay, so this is my general report format, and we're asked to rename the table. So if we just double click in here, it wants us to rename it 2013. I'm going to rename it 2020 like that. And then it wants us now to save this. So if I simply click on save over here, it wants a report name. So I'm going to give it a name of 2020, student table 2020, click on OK. And now I've got my report here, showing in my navigation bar. So what we've done so far is we've created our tables, as you can see. Within our tables we've created a query, which we covered earlier, which is where we've created a search criteria, and that gives us information specific to people and their names. So this is for the end user. If they want to quickly generate or find someone's contact phone number in order to contact them, they can quickly jump onto this query here. We've used a form. We've created a form layout view over here. So this is specific to the end user, who will not have access to the actual database end, the back end. They'll only have access to the front end, which is our form view. So we created that in our last exercise, and in this exercise we created a table. Sorry, we created a report based on a table of it on our students. And this report consists of all the students that we have in our student table database. So that's how that looks. So the next part we're going to use the wizard in order to customize our report. Okay, So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to our student table over here, and then we're going to go to create once again, and we're going to go to reports again, and we want to use the wizard. So I'm going to try that again. I'm going to go to create over here. I'm looking for the wizard. Report wizard. Oh, here we go. It's hiding up here. So click on this one here, report wizard. Now, in terms of this report that we're going to create, we want to have the following fields in our report. The first field would be surname, last name. Second field will be the first name. We want to also include the city and the course that they're doing. So I've only included, from the available fields, I've only included the following 4 fields. Let's assume here that management wants to compare who's doing courses specific to a city that they're from. They want to see where most of, or what, for example, what people are more interested in terms of courses based on where they're currently residing. So we may find, for example, that people that are living out west are more interested in doing a building course, as opposed to people that are living up north that may be more interested in doing a business course, for example. So this is how this information can be used. Instead of hitting next, because that's the information that we want in terms of our report, we're going to hit finish, and that's going to generate a report for me, and that report is going to be generating or giving me only the information that I requested in terms of the fields. Now, once that's done, I can now save that, and now I've got that particular report as well. Okay, so I've got my general report, which consists of all our available students, and then another report which gives us more specific information on the students. So that's essentially how to use the wizard in order to generate reports. So what I suggest you do is practice creating a few more reports if you like. Practice creating some more queries as a revision on our previous exercise. This is quite important. You can also practice entering some more students into our table. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial we'll be looking at filters and sorting our information. Thank you for listening.